As Asun and Gwansik finally find stability, life throws them into another storm that tests their love, resilience, and the dreams they've fought for. Will they overcome the grief that threatens to break them? Episodes 5 to 8 took us on an emotional roller coaster, capturing the raw beauty of life, its struggles, its fleeting joys, and the deep love that binds a family together. Asun and Gwansik's journey was never easy, but with each hardship, their bond only grew stronger, showing us that love, in its truest form, is built on unwavering support, shared pain, and quiet sacrifices. Episode 5 showed us the hardships Asun and Gwansik faced in making ends meet. Asun, burdened by the weight of adulthood, motherhood, and marriage, found herself breaking down in front of her grandmother, unable to even ask for help. Yet, in a moment that felt like fate, her grandmother fulfilled a promise made by Asun's late mother, giving her the financial support that changed their lives. With that, they bought a ship, and Gwansik became a captain, bringing newfound stability to their family. But life's blessings often come with conditions. On the very day of the ship's inauguration, Asun gave birth to a baby boy. Her mother-in-law, who once doubted her, was now overjoyed. Not only had Asun given them a grandson, but she had also secured her husband's future. To make things even more touching, Gwansik later gifted Asun the very house her mother once lived in. For the first time in her life, she could say, "I have a home to go to." Just when it seemed like life was finally looking up for them, tragedy struck in episode 6. A storm took their youngest son, leaving the family shattered. Asun, who once thought she had endured life's greatest hardships, found herself drowning in grief, unable to accept the loss. Gwansik, always the steel-hearted protector, fell apart in silence. He blamed himself for being away that day, but he never voiced it, only breaking down while writing his son's death certificate, a heartbreaking moment that showed just how deep his pain ran. But even in grief, life doesn't stop. They had 2 other children to raise, and when they realized their son and daughter blamed themselves for their brother's death, they knew they had to pull themselves together. "If Mom and Dad keep crying, the kids will feel anxious," Gwansik told Asun, reminding us of a painful truth. Sometimes parents have to swallow their sorrow for the sake of their children. Episode 7 brought a turning point as Asun became Jeju's first female village chief, a dream she once shared with her mother. While other men mocked Gwansik for having a wife with ambitions beyond the home, he remained proud. Unlike them, he had never tied his masculinity to control. He had always believed in his wife's strength. "I'll be the first gentleman," he had once said as a child, proving that he was always ahead of his time. Meanwhile, their daughter, Gumyoung, faced struggles of her own in Seoul. A wealthy woman tried to bribe her into taking the college entrance exam for her daughter, but Gumyoung refused, saying, "My parents never taught me to succeed like this." Her moral strength was a testament to how well she was raised, but even in her proudest moments, she faced unfair accusations, accused of stealing a diamond ring. In episode 8, we witnessed how a simple act of kindness can change someone's life. The housemaid, who defended Gumyoung from a false accusation, remembered the love Asun once showed her, when Asun protected her from being robbed. This reminder of kindness years later showed how helping others without expecting anything in return can create a beautiful circle of support. There was also a deeply moving moment between Gwansik and his daughter Gumyoung. After traveling far to see her, he waited until dawn to greet her. As he prepared to leave, he waved at her, unsure if she would wave back. When she finally did, remembering her mother's words about her father's long love for her, Gwansik's joy lit up the scene, reminding us that love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's just in a gentle gesture. The episode also touched on the deep pain of loss for Aesun and Gwansik, who silently carried the grief of losing their youngest child. Though they never spoke of him, he stayed in their hearts, reminding them of a wound that never truly heals. The most heartbreaking moment came when they sold their cherished home to help Geum-myung study abroad, sacrificing everything to support her dreams. As Geum-myung boarded her flight, tears filled her eyes, overwhelmed by her parents' love and sacrifice. This episode was a beautiful testament to the depth of parental love, showing that it is often the most selfless kind of love there is. This episode also hints at the beginning of Geum-myung's own love story, leaving us wondering, will her love story be a fairy tale like her mother's? One thing is certain. This story isn't just about a couple, a family, or a village. It's about life itself, about how dreams, struggles, love, loss, and resilience are woven together into a tale that is both heartbreaking and heartwarming. And maybe, just maybe, it's also about us, reminding us to cherish our loved ones, to hold on to kindness, and to keep moving forward, no matter how heavy our hearts may be. Because in the end, life goes on.